What's going on, folks? Today I'd like to have a really serious talk, right? Involving the spirit and involving God. And this is important because there are many people in this world who are misled. And, there are various religions and stuff. But ultimately, if you subscribe to God, then you're covered, right? And God will deliver you. So the knowledge of knowing who God is will literally deliver you. Okay? Now there are different ways to achieve, to get closer to the divine. There are different ways. But I'm here to tell you about one way. And let's put it in hypothetics. We're gonna be hypothetical about how we're talking about this. But just imagine that if God Himself came to you, literally, right? Him coming to you would be a great blessing, and what that would do, it would unlock doors. It would unlock all of the unknowns, right? And there's more to see, but it would definitely open your mind up, and you will understand reality, right? Real reality. Okay? God is real. I told you guys this. A lot of you people are trying to figure out these methods, and some of y'all talk about yoga and stuff, and y'all talk about these methods, and many of you guys are just doing, stupid stuff. You don't even know what you're doing, right? And these are official practices, but a lot of you, seem to have a problem with that, and you'll ask these questions about how, I'm doing this or I'm doing that, because you're looking at it from a physical standpoint. How much karate can I learn before I get a black belt? That type of thing. And it's deeper than that, right? And a lot of you speak about all these imaginary places and universes and stuff, which are actually real. And that's why you're not smart, right? But I'm not here to necessarily, I've done a few videos and I've talked a lot of shit sometimes, and I've said things about the dummies of the world. You are dumb. But this video is more geared towards trying to help you, because I realize that you're lost. Okay, a lot of you people follow people, right? And and y'all think that these people have the answer to the divine, and some of them have a lot of knowledge and can help place you in a position where you can seek it better. But really, ultimately, in the end, surrendering to God is the knowledge that you will receive. The knowledge of surrendering is what I'm saying, is what will actually deliver you to God. Now, in this deliverance, you will come to see the real nature of everything, okay? And like I use hypotheticals. I just, we'll play a game with this. But just imagine that, let's just say God came to you. And because God came to you, because He is God of all creation, all atoms and everything, the universe opens up to you. In the universe, who are the higher beings or anything to deny engaging you when God Himself, who has created those beings, have engaged you? So that being said, you could look at a tree. Let's use a tree. You could look at a tree, and there's more to that tree. You would see the real essence of the tree. And based on seeing that essence, it would make you realize that the tree is not just firewood. The tree has a higher spirit that's connected to something, and that's the earth. And the earth is connected to God, and the God is connected to the universe. Okay? So you'll be connected to the universe. There are dimensions all around you, and these things will open up, and you will see them clearly, because God has delivered you to that. Now, there are many exercises. Some people have to meditate for years and do chants for years and all of these things to get closer to God. But when God comes to you for whatever that reason, it is a blessing, because you didn't know what you did to get this blessing. But when He comes to you, because He's done that, He literally walks you through the velvet rope. You know how you guys have remember those clubs out in LA where they had these long lines and stuff, and people would wait for hours to get in the club, and the VIPs could get in? Well, God is like that. God will walk up and take that velvet rope up and let you come through the line, and you will be first in line, right? You didn't have to do the meditation stuff. You didn't have to do the chants, and you have to maintain these things. But God coming to you is that blessing. So literally, the heavenly beings, the sun, the moon, the earth, you will know these beings literally on a physical, personal level, physically. Right? It will change your whole outlook on life. And the majority of the world, maybe in ancient times, the world had more of this embracement of this culture of God and the knowledge, and so they were able to see God or be close. But you people don't believe because he's not going to show himself to people who are ignorant or people who don't believe, right? But he's there. He's there in every work of life, in every atom, in everything you touch. Because God comes to you, you're able to look at a glass of water and see that the water is alive. You're literally able to see that, right? Now, you would sound crazy to the typical lost person in the world because you're the only person who's enlightened on this level where you're seeing these things around you. And most of the people that are in your close spaces, they're not privy to this. Remember, this is a blessing, right? So literally, the sun in the sky, the moon in the sky are your friends, literally, where you see them, not like you guys see them, not like when you look and you just see a heavenly body and you think that it's just some inanimate object. But the sun and all of these beings are actually real. And they're doing a duty for the Most High. I keep telling you guys this, okay? They are meditating on God consistently, right? And to deliver you a physical thing that they do for you, right? In the case of the great sun, you have the sun who meditates, and in that energy you get the ball of light which powers this world, right? The moon meditates on God, and the energies of the moon hold back the tides and do all types of things, light up the night sky. So there's a difference between the night and the day. You get what I'm saying? These are duties. The earth herself, Mother Earth, who has a name, okay, I keep telling you this. These are beings, right? And all of the heavenly bodies and worlds. So imagine if you looked in the sky, in the night sky, you guys may look in the sky and you could see just bunch of little pinpoints of light, which are stars and galaxies and stuff. And you see this, you got your little telescopes out, and all you see is that. But just imagine if you didn't even need a telescope. Imagine if you could stand out in the night sky and every single star in the sky has a face, literally, where you're not even using a telescope. You're not trying to magnify anything. You don't have to, because you are one with them. So they already know you. Because you're one with the earth is one with the universe, the earth is one with the sun and the moon and the sun are one with all of the stars, right? So therefore you are one with the entire universe, and the universe is right in front of you. I keep telling you this. When you open up and God comes to you, the universe, you don't have to get in a rocket ship and fly, because that's the whole key. You can't get there by building something physical or material to get to these places. You can see them. Yes, they have some type of manifestational properties where you can see them physically, but really to get there, it's a dimensional thing. It's a spiritual thing. You have to go through the heart. That's why I talk about spiritual technology, folks. Just imagine this. Imagine being a being on this planet and the stars in the sky literally talk to you where you can see them. See, you people would think this is crazy, but that's why you're not going to be delivered. Okay? If you have this oneness, there could be a flood, there could be a storm, because you know the actual beings who are responsible for the storms and the floods. You don't worry about anything because you're delivered. See, you know that God has you. God bless you in such a way that you now are one with the heavens. You have seen the other side. You are consistently dealing with the other side in higher energy, consistently. Every star in the sky, any of your best stars, any of your constellations, any of these things, they're beings. So imagine if you could look in, a person wouldn't even need a telescope. They could just look in the sky and the star would be looking at them automatically. The star knows who they are because God came to them. You get what I'm saying? God is the energy that powers that being. The light that flows through that being is literally a product of God's manifestation. So therefore, because God comes to you, what being in creation would not want to come to you or be above God? You get what I'm saying? See, there are different ways to get to the divine, but when the divine comes to you, you are blessed. Okay? The universe is literally inside of you. The universe is literally present at all times. Anything you look at, when you look at bugs on the ground, the bug does not look like a bug to you. The bug has properties of humanness. You can see the bug in its true essence, and therefore, Once that happens, it enlightens you on a level where you wouldn't kill that bug, because when you see the bug, you realize that you are one with the bug. The bug is no different from you. And you're able to see the bug in such a way, in its essence, that it doesn't look like a bug to you, right? Any bug, right? You go look in the beehive. I don't know what y'all see. Y'all may see a bunch of swarming bees. But an enlightened person who's been enlightened by God can look at those same bees and they would see a family. They would see smiling faces and everything. And the bees would not bother them, would not swarm them, would not harm them or anything, because they're one with the earth. The earth is one with nature. You get what I'm saying? So every animal, right? You people walking your dogs, you may walk up to someone walking their dog or something, and you can see who the dog really is, right? The dog is literally a product of nature, okay? And so this is really deep. It sounds crazy, I know, but it's miraculous. It is so miraculous that your entire outlook of everything changes. And that being said, because God is real and because God has blessed you with this opportunity for enlightenment and further enlightenment, you owe everything to God. That's why I tell you guys, whatever you do, and God said this himself, if you drink water, if you eat food, whatever you do, you make it as an offering to God. If you do work, you make it as an offering to God. Because God does so much in this universe. Who are you to deny offering him something that he created? He is you. He is in you. I told you guys about extensions. He is literally you and everything else in creation. And then he's separate from creation. Okay? String theories and stuff. You guys understand this stuff. A little bit of science put in there so you can understand. But you lost people, right? You don't think God is real because you don't. And because you don't think he's real, he does not manifest himself. Okay? Now, there will be a time when God will return, right? He's already here, but I mean he will return in a conscious physical essence. Okay? Because now the consciousness of who God really is missing right now. Right? You got a lot of demonic people, you got a lot of fools, people who serve their own egos, who think they're God. Breathing air. Remember, gods don't have to breathe air. You see? All of the beings in the universe are gods, right? But there is a God of gods, right? Every being that you see in the sky, right, is real. Okay? You're not privy to seeing them in their true essence because you have not had your walk with God. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to show you people this. It will make you see everything differently. You will not kill, you will not just randomly cut up trees. You will not just kill insects. You will not just kill animals. You will do everything according to what God wants because you will be shown. Okay? God is literally with you every single day of your life. But when in these cases, not only in the physical presence of his manifestation in all things, but he literally is personally involved with you, where you have to, and you have a personal relationship with him every day, right? Because you're one with nature. Okay? You guys, y'all, just imagine that. Just imagine being able to speak with heavenly bodies. When you look at, the sun is out shining brightly. Many of you have to put on shades. Imagine being able to look at the sun clearly without having to, squint your eyes or put on shades or cover up or anything, right? Just imagine being able to do that. And the sun shows you a face. The sun has a face. You get what I'm saying? This is what happens when you're delivered to God, right? When God delivers you. You may not have the answers. You may not understand. You may fall on your knees every day and be thankful and say, God, I don't know why this happened, but you know it's real. When God comes to you, for whatever that reason is, remember, he's in charge. When he comes to you, you will be enlightened and you will know the truth. So I'm not going to make this video long. We'll get into another video. Time is starting to run out and I have to get somewhere. But I had to talk about this. I was hearing some things. People are lost and people are saying God is not real. Then they're saying there are different ways. And yes, there are. But I'm telling you that when God comes to you, everything is possible. He literally walks you through that. You don't have to do breathing exercises if God comes to you. You will literally jump the line. And everything that you had to meditate and work for years to get will come to you instantly. So if I can talk to the sun and the moon, if I can talk to the animals, if I can talk to the rocks and the grass, and everything has a face and a soul and a spirit that you can see that connects you to everything else, that is a blessing from God. And you can't tell anybody because they'll think you're crazy. They don't know, but that shows you that they're lost. And when the world is destroyed, right? When the beings who really do their duty, who really run this world with the real power, when they show up doing their duties for God, all of you people will have to deal with that, whatever way that comes. We'll talk later. You guys go over to my website, pick up my book, I Love Bad Behavior. It's on thinkbehavior.info. You can also pick the book up on Amazon. All right. Subscribe to the channel. Okay. And, you know, I just want you guys to realize that there is a way to God for all of you lost people. Right? If you know God for real, all of this hearsay and all of these following these people that'll take you over a cliff, none of that is necessary because God supersedes all of that. Literally, follow him. He's God, literally, and you know this. Okay? When you see God for real, God is looking into your world. Just imagine being on a mountain and seeing God stick his face into your world and you're looking at God. It is amazing, I'm telling you. To look at the sun, to know the sun on a personal level, it is amazing. To know the moon, the earth herself, it's amazing. It's a blessing. We'll talk later. Y'all take care.